Suppose I don't get to play the keyboard then. That's a shame. Hi everyone, hello. My name's Jacob, and before we get started, I have a confession to make. This is only my 3rd ever time doing stand-up comedy. Don't know why you're cheering that, but thank you. You may also be the biggest audience I've ever performed to. Do you mind if I check? 1, 2, 3. Yep, you're the biggest. I'm not telling you this to get any sort of sympathy, by the way. I'm just bringing the expectations down, like way down. I go down further. I'm quite tall, so I'll probably hurt myself. And yeah, 6'3", by the way, if you're wondering, ladies. Be nice if that transferred to other bits of the body. What are you going to do? Again, not telling you that for any sympathy, just bringing expectations way down. But I've got more important things to worry about than that, because, ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you a story of woe, a story of tragedy, a story of Great Yarmouth. Who cheered Great Yarmouth? You're wrong. Yes, this is a story about Great Yarmouth and the last time I went there, and the reason why I can never return, because something happened to me so terrible that I may never set foot in that place ever again. What a shame. The story takes place about 4 or 5 years ago. I have just got together with this girl. She's my girlfriend. Just thought I'd reiterate that so all of you know that I have dated at least one person in my time. More to sort of prove it to myself, really. And we decide that we're going to take the next step in our relationship by going on a little trip to Great Yarmouth. Boy, do we know how to live! You can see why it didn't work. You can also see why it didn't work, because not only was it me and her on this trip, it was her entire family. Thank you. That's exactly how I felt. So it's me, her mum, her sister, her dad, and her dog. Which, by the way, the dog spent the entire car journey there and back on my lap. Thank you, again. Your checks will be in the post. Yes, I was sat there with this dog on my lap. So clearly the parents beforehand must have had a little meeting and thought, right, daughter's brought home her first boyfriend, how can we impress him? I know, let's put the big, hairy, sweaty, drooly thing on his legs for 3 hours. Good job, everyone, good job, well done, well done. They fed the dog while it was on my legs. I was sat in the car, minding my own business, dog on legs. Mum turns around in the seat in front of me. I've never been more scared of a pedigree dentist stick in my entire life. Just picking bits of it off my jeans for weeks. Awful stuff. So we get to Great Yarmouth. I'm there. The dog is also there, in its correct position, as far away from me as fucking possible. And we're walking down the seafront of Great Yarmouth. Lovely place. I think not. And we come across a seafront seafood stall. My girlfriend and her family buy some whelks. I decline because I have functioning taste buds. Does anyone here like whelks? Hands up. Yes! You're all sensible. You can all be trusted. Brilliant. Anyone who likes whelks should not be trusted. So, I don't buy whelks. I'm instead there looking at just looking around, seeing what's going on, and I see that the name of the seafood stall is Rod's Seafood, but the person behind the counter is a lady. Now, Great Yarmouth, known for a great many things, being progressive is not one of them. So I assume that this lady is not called Rod. And in my head, I had a eureka moment. I think to myself, here's a chance to impress. I shall make a joke. And if you haven't already figured this out by now, when I tell jokes, things don't go well. So, I look the woman behind the counter in the eye, she looks at me, and I say, well, I assume you're not Rod. Nobody laughed, no one. Nobody laughed at all. It was awful. It was really, really awful. But it gets worse. Boy, does it get worse. Because the woman behind the counter, still looking at me, meeting my gaze, not laughing, looks at me, and she says, no. Rod's dead. Oh no! Rod's dead? That would explain why you're not him. Because no one is anymore. Turns out Rod had died about 6 months previously. 6 months? That's fresh. Everyone is mortified. My girlfriend is absolutely mortified. We stayed together for about 3 years after this, but I truly believe that was the death of the relationship, right there, that day. And on the other hand, though, her parents, funniest thing they'd ever seen. So at least I achieved my objective, I suppose. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever do venture to Great Yarmouth for some bizarre reason, and you come across Rod's seafood stall on the seafront, I'm informed it's still there, you will see a seafood stall shrouded in death. The death of my relationship, the death of Rod, and the death of my good conscience. And that is why I can never return to Great Yarmouth. Thank you.